guys? It's Kiana. Welcome back to another episode of I'll Do It Tomorrow. Well, episode 4. Um, I have a guest. I kind of low key forced her to be here. She said she would do it, but she's low key being forced because I just wanted to guess. It's easier for me to like feed off of other people, and I figured why not. So,
If I sniff this, will you be able to hear me sniffing it?
why are you sniffing it?
Well, I just want to see, like,
You want to smell your microphone?
talk.
Hi.
Don't sniff it. I just want you to see. I want to see how it works. Like, it doesn't do like a voice automated thing. Like if I
What?
do this.
Okay. When
You know what I mean?
when we go edit this, I'll show it to you. You can hear it.
Oh.
This thing on.
Yeah, yeah.
No, yeah. I mean, essentially yes, but we'll hear it in the.
Got it.
I can't.
What? I got it. Go
Okay.
ahead.
Anyway, her microphone stand is literally a Harry Potter wand. Does it light up still?
No,
Okay. Well.
I took the batteries out this.
Oh. Welcome back to episode 4. So, can I even introduce you? This is we tried to film this already once and it was awful. Michaela, one of my best friends / my roommate, and excuse me, we're going to be doing an anime episode, and really you're gonna have to take the lead because I don't really know much about anime. I try to watch it and then I get like halfway through a season and then I'm stuck. So I would say the most anime I've watched is Demon Slayer, and I feel like that makes me a fake anime fan. Like she's like a real
What do you like, Dragon Ball Z?
no.
Oh God.
I feel like Dragon Ball Z is overrated. I think there's
Just stop there. Continue.
okay. And when I was younger, I collected.
No. Do not go there. Just keep going. Just
Well, I'm
keep
not
going.
allowed to say.
No, because if you say anything about a Happy Meal that has a Dragon Ball Z,
No, I was not
or
gonna
anything
say that.
similar,
No,
you can't say it. You don't even
I
know
was gonna
Dragon
say
Ball
when
Z.
I wasn't gonna say anything about Dragon Ball Z.
Okay, which one?
Let's say when I was younger, I watched Yu-Gi-Oh and collected Yu-Gi-Oh cards. Does that count?
I guess some people will count it, but
Anyway, we're moving on. So, so usually every week I do a song of the week, and I do a. So usually every week I do a song of the week, and what I'm saving for tomorrow. So my song of the week this week is "No, I Am Not in Love" by Tate McRae. It's just such a fun summery song, and I'm excited to listen to it in the summer. And then what I'm saving for tomorrow, I was in not like a fatal bad car accident Sunday, but just an annoying situation with like fender bender with some crazy lady. And I have a lot of angst towards her right now because she just blew it for me. And her police report and her lying, all that jazz. So I gotta save my angst for her for tomorrow because she's consuming too much of my mind. She's just not worth the time.
angst.
You're giving me angst right now. Anyway, let's get
Sound
in.
like agony.
You sound like agony.
That's rude.
Let's get in. Ew.
Wait, don't talk about it.
I don't know if the camera picked that up, but he just burned. Okay. So later on in the episode, we're going to do like a versus. So wait, hold on. Stop. If you are not into anime, I understand, but please don't leave because you can still hang out with us, okay? Stay, hang out, vibe, if you will. And who knows, maybe you might fall in love. I'm just playing. Okay. Right now, we're going to take a One Piece quiz because this is one of Michaela's favorite animes. And it's one of the animes she likes that actually still makes episodes. So.
My Hero makes episodes.
I thought it ended.
No, they got like one more season left.
I thought it was over.
And Demon Slayer still got seasons going.
Yes, but it's not your favorite.
Okay, I still have a bunch of other shows I still watch.
Clearly you didn't hear what I said. I said your top favorites.
Out of my top favorites, it's still not the only one.
All right, guys. I'm sorry. I put my foot in my mouth. Should have never said that.
I'm just saying.
One Piece. We're doing One Piece, though, because...
You have something to say, Rue?
If you know anything about anime, One Piece is just too long for no reason. Like, there's more episodes in One Piece than there are people in this planet.
I'm sure. Well, yeah.
One Piece is
does
ridiculous.
Have more episodes.
I wish they would just find the freaking One Piece already. Like, I'm over it.
No, you gotta watch the process.
Oh, man. Speaking of One Piece, we have a lame.
What did I say?
She didn't want me to show this demo free because it's the lamest.
It's the most boring one. No one cares about that one.
I know. We got this in a mystery pack. Okay, sorry.
I think it's cool. Squishy, give it to me.
Okay, here. We're gonna take the One Piece quiz. Comment below if you watch anime, if you like anime, your favorite, And if not, just comment below your favorite show. All right, let's get into the quiz. Okay, this is for you. Make sure you're ready with your microphone.
Okay.
Who was the first Straw Hat to be shown in One Piece?
Luffy.
Is it Luffy, Zoro, Nami, or Usopp?
It's technically Luffy because he's the main character and he was the original Straw Hat, but the next member was Nami.
Yeah, doesn't it go Luffy, Nami, Usopp,
Then
Zoro?
Zoro. No, then
No?
Zoro.
Oh,
Zoro's the second member.
I thought I knew something.
Then
It says Nami.
Nami is not.
Why is there a check mark there?
Listen. Technically, Luffy is the first member. He's the captain. He met everybody. He met Nami first, saved her, then he met Zoro. So that's the third member. He's still technically the first member.
I agree. I started it with her when she first started it. Like I got to the part where they got swallowed by the whale, and then I was, I was
Dude,
over
you're like
it.
years behind.
I know. Okay. What was the first ever named attack used by Luffy?
It's okay.
Why are you
It's
growling
just a
at the
light,
toy?
man. It's just a light. Go get it.
What was the first ever named attack used by Luffy?
Gum Gum
Is it the Gum Gum Bullet, Gum Gum Rocket, Gum Gum Gatling?
Pistol. It was
Yeah,
the pistol.
Gum Gum Pistol.
Wait.
Basically, what happens in One Piece is not all of them, but some of them have eaten a devil fruit, and basically that's how they get their powers, if you will. Each anime has its own word for their powers. Like there's quirks, there's what is it called in Naruto?
Naruto is chakra.
Yeah,
Then you have Hunter, which is Nen.
Ninja. Okay. Where was Goldie Roger executed?
I don't know the city, but I know it was in front of
Rafto,
everybody.
Logtown, Goa Kingdom, or Gray Terminal?
I feel like I want to say Gray Terminal, but I don't know.
No.
What was it?
Logtown? Is that
Oh,
how
it
you
was
say it?
Logtown. It was. I remember.
I forgot
that.
about Goldie Roger.
That's kind of rude. You shouldn't forget about him.
I haven't watched it since season
He's literally Luffy
5, and they're on season 59.
He matters to everybody in the whole world of One Piece.
What is the name of the Straw Hats' first ship? Ooh, I want to guess this one. The first ship. Wait, okay. No, it's not the Thousand Sunny.
No, I'm not telling you.
That's
so
what it's
go
called
figure
now.
It out.
The first ship. Yeah, I don't remember.
Well, then too is the Going Merry.
Going Mary. I was gonna say the lamb.
It's a lamb on top.
Because it has a lamb on it. Which devil
Mhm.
fruit was the first to appear after Luffy's? Apparently, it's the chop chop fruit.
It is.
Who has the chop chop fruit?
Buggy. That was the first villain he kind of met.
The clown?
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god.
The
That
one
clown
that
used to get
goes
on my
in
nerves.
pieces.
Yes.
That's why he has the chop chop.
Oh, yeah, because he'd be
Yeah.
bouncing around on his
He was
head.
like the first kind of. Well, that's where they found Zoro. Yeah.
It is where they found Zoro.
I think Buggy turned him.
My favorite character from One Piece, well, in the beginning it was Nami, and now it's Brook. I love Brook so much. He is, well, I just relate to him because I don't know if it's because he's
To see
tall.
people's panties. Why?
I don't do that.
Well, you said you related to him, so I just want to know.
Oh well, then I'm not Brook. Anime characters are always so perverted.
Not all of them. It's mainly just like the dudes.
Bro, Sanji does too much. I can't.
I think he's sweet.
Why are you laughing about that?
Go ahead.
Where in the world was Sanji born?
Well, in the world, he was born
All right, I'm gonna
in
ask
East
you.
Blue.
Was it the North Blue, East Blue, West Blue, South Blue?
It was East.
This says North.
Okay. It was the North. He migrated to the East because he didn't
This
want to
is
be
Sanji,
part of his
guys.
actual family. Because his family were they kind of like abandoned him. Well, I think he ran away from there, but everyone pretty much thought he was from the East Blue. And then when you get to the big mom land and shit like that, you find out he's not.
Who is Ace's biological father?
Goldie Roger.
You are correct.
I thought it
Whitebeard?
said Garp. I was about to say, no, it's not.
No, Goldie Roger.
You should
Who
have got
was the
Luke.
doctor of Goldie Roger's crew?
That I don't know.
Oh, it's giving pictures.
The pictures, and then that's a swordsman too.
Well, it just gave pictures, but
Oh, I guess it did
I don't
check
know.
mark. I didn't look over there.
Okay.
Yeah,
Anyway.
smart.
All right, we're going to do one more One Piece question.
Oh,
Who opened the gate of justice to Marineford for Luffy and the impaled down
oh god damn
escapees?
it! It was the gay dude, the flamingo guy.
That
Him. Oh damn it! No, it wasn't.
well, I don't like when
I
it
guess it
asks
was him.
with the pictures because we don't have a way to
Well, I
show.
was thinking it was him.
Okay, now I'm gonna ask based on all the characters that I know out of animes, which isn't very many. I'm going to ask Michaela, and I might pronounce some of these things wrong. So if you're an anime stan and I say these wrong, you have my permission to laugh at me and judge me. Okay, you have my consent. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to ask you verses. I'm going to give you two anime characters and you tell me who would win in a fight. Now, listen, I know that anime characters have different whatevers,
Mm-hmm.
but so don't be like, oh my God, they would never even fight because da 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 da.
But I like to match my suns and moons together in like battles that
Yeah, I
I
don't
feel
know any
like
of
they
that
will.
means. So,
Yeah.
first one. Well, I put these two together because I do have some knowledge. Tanjiro versus Zoro because they're both swordsmen.
Yes. But who
Okay,
will
but
win?
yeah, who would win a fight?
I still go with Zoro. He can fight with any number of swords,
See,
and he beat
I
death.
want to vote Tanjiro because I love not One Piece, Demon Slayer, but
But come
Zoro
on,
is
man.
just first of all,
He's heartless, and then you got
Tanjiro is still learning
him,
how to really be a swordsman technically,
who's also
and
gonna try to pray for you. Like, no,
well,
come on,
Zoro's
man.
mastered it because Tanjiro still almost dies every time he fights because he overexerts himself. So I feel like Zoro would win because Tanjiro
It's
last time
fair.
he fought to save
It's fair.
Nezuko,
That's fair.
he almost died trying to save her. So I feel like he's still trying to learn. He's literally in Hashiara training. He's still trying to really
Yeah, and
perfect his
Zoro's
art.
like
Zoro's
20
been doing it
something.
forever, yeah. And he can use like 5 swords at once. Like he's just got it going on. So yeah, Zoro.
They had this meme that had one of the swords going up his butt crack.
What?
Because,
Like, where did he be putting all them swords? Because he
yes.
just be whipping swords out in the fight. Okay, so Zoro versus Tanjiro. We're gonna go with Zoro. But no
Okay.
hate towards the other characters. I'm like pretend like they have feelings, like they
I love Tanjiro. It's just like I said, he's just
I'm
not
like
there.
water wheel. Yeah. So Zoro and Tanjiro, Zoro would win. I agree. I agree.
Okay.
Okay. Nami versus Sakura.
Sakura.
I would have to say Sakura too, and I can't stand Sakura,
Tsunade trained her.
but
She's
Nami
strong.
really, honestly, I feel like most of her power is just
Hers is like natural born
yeah.
strength and anger, and she's scary. But Sakura, on the other hand,
I
she
feel like
was
she's more
weak.
powerful.
And yeah, Lady Tsunade taught her, so like she got her monstrous strength too. So like now
Yeah.
it's more Sakura.
I when I watch Naruto, Sakura annoys the crap out of me. Well, actually,
I
in
think anybody is valid on that.
regular old Naruto, like the beginning of Naruto, Sakura drives me insane. Like, 'cause
Come
she's
on now.
obsessed with
She
Naruto.
was
Wait,
horrible.
no, she's obsessed with Sasuke.
She was still obsessed with him.
Yeah. Well, aren't they together?
She's still obsessed with him. Yeah. They can be together.
Yeah. And the beginning of episode, she used to drive me insane. And then in Shippuden, though, she's kind of cool. I can't lie. Like, she gets like she's alright.
She literally tried to play my bro. What do you
I know
mean?
she's annoying, but she's cooler like her when she fights. Okay. Anyway, moving on. Who else did I have again? I can't remember. Oh, Luffy. I think I had Deku against Luffy. I can't remember.
Deku against Luffy.
I feel like Luffy. Oh, I don't know though, because Deku and Luffy have completely different sets of
So
skills.
different powers and everything, but
I feel like if you put
I
Luffy
have
up
no
against
idea.
anybody from My Hero Academia, he kind of looks weak next to them.
He looks weak, but he's made out of rubber and he turns into a sun god. Out of them, they all can probably burn out of their powers no matter what. They
So
all
he's
can
made out
probably
of
get
rubber.
tired. He can get tired, but he also can like boost his blood pressure to boost
Wait, no, I
energy.
think I had Killua against Luffy.
Killua?
Yeah. I had this all in my phone. I
That
can't
wouldn't
remember.
work. He's still kind of like made out of
Well,
rubber. He's gonna conduct all his
I
lightning.
was gonna say literally Killua and all the people in and Deku are literally basically the same person. Well, them two could go against each other. You think Killua and
They could. I
Deku?
think Deku probably. Well, Kill was an
I'm just
assassin, so
going.
it's
Okay, so
kind of
there's an
hard.
anime game called Jump Force, and I'm just going off that, like who I usually win with on that game. Because some of the One Piece characters in that game, when I put them up against like Naruto characters or My Hero characters, the One Piece characters always get demolished.
Hmm.
Unless I'm like Blackbeard or something.
But Blackbeard should not be able to play on there because he has two different devil fruit powers. Technically, I think he has three,
Yeah.
and everybody else has one.
Okay. Who else did I have against each other? See, I don't want to put Nezuko. I don't think Nezuko can be defeated by anybody.
That's ridiculous, man. I think like
All right, Sasuke
I think
versus Gon.
Zoro and Nezuko would be a perfect fight. He would kill her.
Well, yeah, because he could cut her head off because he's a swordsman and she's a demon, and if he cuts her head off, she dies.
Mhm.
But, however, I don't think Nezuko is scary. Like she scares me.
You got issues.
Okay, but
What
no,
was the
who did
one
I
you said
just say?
before?
I just said two
I don't
people.
know.
Made me lose it. It was a good
I
one,
know.
probably.
I'm so sorry, Rude. Come on.
All right, who do you think out of all the animes you watched?
I'm sorry. Come on.
Who is the character's name in Black Clover? Isn't it like Asta or something?
Asta.
Okay. Who do you think? Because Naruto is like your number one, right? Like,
Yeah.
who out of all of your animes, who do you think relates to Naruto the most? I feel like most animes have the same plot.
Now,
Like the
who
main
relates to
character
Naruto the
was like weak in the
most?
beginning, and then they have this crazy story where they came up, and now they're like.
So literally, Goku, Naruto, and Luffy are all probably the same, pretty much character to
When I
anybody.
watch Naruto and then Luffy, I mean One Piece, I see a lot of Naruto and Luffy, especially
But there's a lot of scenes
little
that are the
Naruto.
same thing.
Yes.
Like if you
Oh,
like, there's
the
a
one
thing
where
about
Ace
that.
dies
Yeah, they
and
mocked his
Jiraiya or
death.
whoever dies.
Hey, that was not Jiraiya's death. Jiraiya's death was so different compared to Neji's. It was
Oh, it was
Neji's
Neji.
death.
Yes, it was
Yeah.
Neji.
And it was more like Naruto and Neji, they were like ninja brothers, but like cousins at the same time. And
Yeah.
then versus One Piece, that
The
was his
deaths
brother.
in Naruto, I feel
Actually,
like
that was his cousin by blood too. Ace is not his brother.
the deaths in Demon Slayer, literally the first episode of Demon Slayer, it's all death. And it
That
literally,
shit was deep.
I was about to literally throw up. I was crying so hard. But the deaths in Naruto, though, I feel like are so emotional because you get so, because in Demon Slayer, you didn't know the characters yet. People were just dying, and you're like, what's happening? But in
Yeah.
Naruto, you get so attached to the characters and they're dying. And it's like, it's so sad.
I
You
cried
literally
during
told me
Neji's.
when,
Just
I was
two
like,
people, not everyone. Some people I felt like, okay, your time
did
was
you cry
coming.
when Jiraiya died? Like, those are one
Yes,
of your favorite
because that was
characters.
sad. And he was just trying to help his student, and his student killed him. It was just sad how it happened.
Does Hinata fight?
Oh, she fought for him several times.
If you don't know, Hinata and Naruto are like this.
But like he was
They're
so
literally married.
dingy and dumb and never knew it until like he was like 18 probably.
Yeah, because
But no, I take that back. He knew it when he was 16, but it took. So the ones who killed Jiraiya, they went to try to kill Naruto, and it took them to almost get him down and like about to get him to die damn near. And then Hinata stepped in a way and got herself almost killed. And then she admitted her love to him. And then he kind of realized like, oh, she likes me, blah blah blah. So then he got up and saved her life.
I feel like I remember you showing me clips because I'm still,
She was just too weak.
dang, we just came from Eden and I'm like, I'm having problems. I've watched early Naruto. I have not watched Shippuden, and it's really hard to get through the early old Naruto because it's all of them really learning their skills and going through the Chonin exam. Is that what it's called?
Chonin.
But it's exams, right?
Yep.
Every every anime has a different name for their little trials they go through to get their skills.
Chonin is not an anime thing. That's an actual thing. It's like what ninjas do.
I know, but I'm saying every anime, like, is it My Hero Academia where they literally go through like this whole thing to like,
A hero course.
yes, they all go through their own thing before they actually are like,
Well,
I don't
not
know how to
One
explain it.
Piece.
No, but like
They took vacations just to
Hunter, they did. They are all like racing around.
Hunter exams.
Yes, like they all
Yeah.
had this thing where like before they were really who they were. You know what had me dying in Hunter x Hunter was the scene where they had to like cook the pig or whatever they had to do with the pig. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Oh, and they had to make curry correctly.
Yes. I don't know why that had me weak. But anyway, okay. Just lost
It
my
made sense. It was
completely
about
lost.
like
Oh yeah,
survival of
early
the
Naruto
fittest.
is really hard for me to get through, and I thought about skipping it and just going to Shippuden and just having her catch me up because she's really good at explaining it to me. Because early Naruto, there's a lot of filler episodes, and they're just kind of like you get tired of like they carried on the exams for so long it drove me insane. Or what had me weak was when was it Sasuke and Naruto that kissed when they were in the classroom?
On accident, yeah.
Oh, he died. Okay, anyway. Do you consider Avatar The Last Airbender an anime?
It is.
Yeah.
It is.
I have that's probably the only anime I have finished.
It's fair to call it an
Because
American
I watched it
anime,
when I
but
was
it
little.
still is considered an animation
I love
from Japan.
I love Last Airbender. The movies are awful.
No, now the live action that was good.
I didn't watch it.
You didn't watch it?
No.
It's good.
The One Piece live action is so good, and there's so many horrible anime live actions.
The Airbenders live action is better than that one.
Okay, really?
Yeah, and that's saying a lot for me.
I love the characters, like the live action characters for the One Piece live action, like
They
Nami's
did
character
great
and all
on this
that.
one.
And for
They
the
messed
Airbender,
up on one thing. They didn't like add one person in there, which I wish they would have, but it still was good.
I just love Aang, and I love Appa. Like,
I
what's the
love that
little?
name.
I know I want to get a freaking bearded dragon so bad, but I want to name him. What was like his rival in that show? I can never remember his name. I think his element was like fire.
Zuko.
Yes.
Yeah.
I want to get a
I
bearded
was gonna say
dragon.
Muzan.
What? Isn't that the dragon
Yes,
from
no,
Mulan?
Is it?
I don't know.
No, his name is not Muzan. It can't be. But if it is, that's fucking hilarious. Look, this
Zuko. Yes, I want to get a bearded dragon so bad and name him that. But I also thought about naming it Appa, but that really wouldn't make any sense because Appa's like
I
a
love that name.
gentle giant, and Zuko's like a dragon.
Rue, would you like your name to be Appa?
I wanted to name the next dog I got. I wanted to name it Luffy, and then I had a dog and I wanted to name him Kakashi so bad.
Or you could have called him Kiowa because it would have matched. He's all white.
Yeah, I wanted to name him Kakashi, but Kakashi is such a mouthful. Like if I yell for my dog Kakashi, like it sounds like I'm sneezing. Like somebody gonna be like, "Bless you." Like no, I couldn't do it. But I want to name an animal after well, his name is Rue, which explain Rue's name, please.
What?
I need you to explain.
It's just short for Ruel. Like what?
Ruel is wild. Ruel is just so funny to me. I thought his name, so when she took this dog from her mom and her mom had named him Bruno, I thought that Rue was short for Bruno.
No.
So one time she texted me and it said Ruel, and I died laughing. I said, not Ruel. She's like, what? That's his name. And I thought it was a typo. I said, oh. And then she said, the story why you named him that. And I was like,
Yeah.
okay. And then I said, no, his name is Rue, short for Naruto.
It could be short for Naruto.
And then you said it could be short for Kurama.
Kurama.
Potato.
No. Kurama is a whole different character.
You're right, actually.
It is.
It is.
In like 2 different shows.
Okay.
But there's actually a person in this world named Ruel.
I know, you told me the story behind his name.
It's
anyway,
cute. Actually, Rue picked his own name. I didn't even pick it.
Rue is actually cute because he also low-key reminds me of Rue from Winnie the Pooh. So like it could really be anything.
That dumb big bear thing, and they be like, oh. Is that what that is?
No,
What is that?
That's Eeyore.
Oh. That's what it seems like. Okay. Who the fuck is that?
Roo
then?
is the kangaroo, the baby kangaroo. Do you need me to bring it up?
Oh, Root looks like him.
I might have just said that. I'm not really sure. Yes.
That's so
And did you know
crazy.
the rabbit on there is a guy, not a girl?
Mhm.
You knew that?
Mhm.
Oh, okay. All right. Did you watch Winnie the Pooh when you were little?
Mhm.
You like it?
Piglet was my favorite.
Oh, dear. My mom loved Tigger. I'm literally
I feel
Tigger.
like everybody likes Tigger.
I'm
He
literally
was so
Tigger.
fucking annoying.
He is, and I'm Tigger.
He was just
Do
so
you
fucking
argue with
annoying.
that? Do you
No,
think
because
I'm
you're
Tigger?
not bouncing around just bothering
Well,
people.
see, I'm either Tigger. I was waiting for you to make fun of me. I'm
didn't
either
want to hear
Tigger
it.
or I'm Eeyore. It depends on the day.
Eeyore. What the fuck was he, bro?
Or I could be Piglet because I'd be stuttering like a mother.
I love Piglet. He was so cute.
It's weird. Oh, actually, I seen somebody say once that the Winnie the Pooh characters were like based off like mental disorders.
It
Like
is.
Eeyore was depression, Tigger was
Oh, that's fucked up.
ADHD.
My bad. Hey,
They
yeah.
said that Tigger was ADHD. I think they said that.
So Winnie is an eating disorder or something?
Yeah, and I think they said that. I don't know what Piglet was, but I think they said that
Stuttering.
it's not a mental disorder.
Yeah, but he shows he's short and he's stuttering.
I think he's
so...
anxiety, and then I think the rabbit's supposed to be OCD, and then Eeyore's depression.
I can see all of that.
Yeah, I read that somewhere or seen it somewhere, and I was
It's
like,
true then.
Okay.
It's probably based off of somebody. And
I feel
Winnie
like
is actually based off a girl. Isn't Winnie a girl?
I don't know.
I'm pretty sure Winnie's a girl.
But I've seen these theories where they say that like Christopher Robin was like had like I don't know. I don't want to get into it.
They were
I don't
his
want
imaginary friends.
Yeah, I don't want to offend anybody, but like I've heard that like those were his like emotions, almost like Inside Out. Like that's how
they're
he's
his
seen his
imagination
emotions.
friends and shit.
Christopher Robin. Yeah. Anyway,
that was like the most longest name to say.
Christopher Robin.
Yes.
I have an uncle named Chris, and my mom calls him that. But like, where do they come up with the names for these characters? Well, I mean, Piglet
like back in the day shit.
Piglet makes sense, and Tigger for tiger makes sense. But what the heck is Eeyore and Winnie for? What's a Pooh? Winnie the Pooh? Like, what the heck is a Pooh?
A Pooh Bear.
But what's a Pooh Bear?
A type of bear.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know you were a zoologist.
I'm just making it up. I don't know. They have panda bears that look orange and red and shit. Well, they all had different names.
Yeah, I don't know. Anyway,
a Pooh Bear could be a thing. Maybe.
Well, I guess it is. I mean, I'm not claiming to be a scientist. I just didn't know.
No, I don't know either.
I don't know. But there's an animal in Pooh called a Huffalump, and people used to call me that.
A Huffalump?
Yeah.
What's a Huffalump?
A Huffalump. I think it was like an elephant or something. I can't remember. That was
a Huffalump. I feel like I know what that is.
But there's also, have you ever heard
Dr. Seuss?
Girl, bye. Winnie the Pooh. I just said that.
But doesn't Dr. Seuss have a book on Huffalumps?
Probably. Dr. Seuss was always coming up with some weird crap.
I feel like he does.
But and then have you ever heard like the things about SpongeBob, or it was like Mr. Krabs lives in Bikini Bottom, like the weird things people used to say about SpongeBob?
When you said Bikini Bottom and Mr. Krabs, I thought about women with bikinis on and they have crabs.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
So that's the thing. Like people used to say, like, and it's funny because he's a crab, but he looks like a lobster. His name's Mr. Krabs, but he looks like a lobster.
No, he doesn't. Larry looks like a lobster.
Oh, that's true. But there's a thing that said he's Mr. Krabs, and if you look at the Krusty Krab, it looks like a lobster trap.
Mm-hmm.
And Mr. Krabs runs the Krusty Krab out of a lobster trap. Like it's like there's stupid things that I've known forever, but I've never like really discussed them with anybody else. But like these are things that I used to see all the time.
No, I can picture
that. Just a little bit. In science class one year, it was when we were learning like biology, and there was like doing the Punnett squares. And my science teacher in the 8th grade, she used to have me dying. She used to always make funny jokes, but we had a Punnett square thing, and I had Mr. Krabs and Pearl because we were talking about like genes and recessive and dominant and things like that. And she gave us the Punnett square, and she said, just FYI, a crab and nothing makes a whale. And
No,
I remember
seriously.
dying. I was like, I never even thought about that. Like, Pearl must be adopted, but like, I mean, the whole show makes no sense. But like, when I was watching SpongeBob the other day, Plankton was driving a roller skate.
I know what
He
you're
was just
talking about.
driving down Bikini Bottom Lane or whatever. And he was inside a roller skate and it had a steering wheel. And I was crying. I was like, what? What even?
Now you be killing me in them shows.
Okay, anyway, let's end this. We're just
I
chatting.
was about to say I didn't want.
So, why did you said all right. Well, that's pretty much it for this episode. I am so sorry. We just kind of like started ranting at the end, but this was about anime. And if you're not into anime, I completely understand, but I hope you still enjoyed.
Any last words, Rue?
So we're gonna end it. I always end the episode with a quote.
Oh, he is out of here.
We are going to end it with you tickled his nose. We are going to end the episode with
I'm so
a
sorry,
quote
baby.
from by Monkey D. Luffy, which he always says the craziest things. But I actually really like this quote that he says.
And I don't.
Why?
Because it's just.
Anyway, his quote is forgetting is like a wound. The wound may heal, but it has already left a scar, which I feel like is true. Like when
Good.
somebody hurts you, you can forget about it, but you're still going to have the pain that they cause. You're never going to really truly forget what happened because it's left a mark on you. Excuse me. The thing about Michaela, she does not like deep, like things like that. And I'm all for it all the time.
And it's also about the whole Ace thing. I find that so sad.
That is sad, but it's
Yeah.
true.
It could
He
be true.
put that in, he just couldn't have said it better.
I'd rather him talk about chowing down food before
Yeah,
anything else.
Luffy be ready to smash. And that, you are literally Luffy. If you had to be any anime character, it's Luffy.
I'll take it. And he makes
Okay.
food look every bit of good.
Well, tell the people bye, and
Alright,
you may
bye.
exit if you want to. Okay, guys. Well, I hope you enjoyed today's episode. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and leave me ideas for future episodes below. I hope to have more guests on my podcast. Well, I want to just note, I'm aware this is not like a legit podcast, but I do want to eventually go that way and turn it into one. But I hope you enjoyed. Don't forget, if you like anime, if you watch any of the animes we talked about, let me know in the comments. We can talk about anime, although I have no business talking about because I don't really know a whole lot. But that's pretty much it. I will see you guys next week. Peace.